Hey guys, and welcome to the Tuesday stream. We're back playing Kerbal Space Program, and a little bit of delay today because for some reason, I don't know, whenever you're running late, you know, your hard drive wants to take time to spin up and keyboard doesn't want to work for you and a whole load of troubles happen. Just because you're running late, right? That's always the way it works. So we get to watch the loading screen load for a little while, and you get to see how many module manager patches I actually have to install to do this. We have quite the modded game on the go, and I quite enjoy that. Okay, I need to make sure that stopped running, and I'm just gonna hope that the chat works fine this time. I'm gonna check it regularly, and then I'll see if anything comes from that. I always forget how long the load takes when you're doing something else as well. So if you just like load the game up raw on your own, you know, like not doing anything else, great. It will just load up relatively quickly. You try and do it whilst you're streaming or recording or anything else that involves the use of a hard drive. Nah, that's gonna add an extra like 50% onto your wait time there. We can build it. Ooh. So the mission today, try and make a moon mission viable. Last moon mission didn't end so well. Drink a whole load of tea. That's definitely on my high agenda. Oh, I forgot to get myself a drink for when it's run out. Hey, Grey Go on Fire, how are you doing? I am only having a few technical difficulties. It's fine. There's no problem. Once again, my phone is not actually keeping up. Beautiful. That's how I like to see it. There. Okay. There we go. Hopefully this is now gonna work. Who knows? How are you doing, Great Go on Fire? You doing all right? Great Space Emu as well, dude. It has been some time. Tried to launch my first Juno probe in career today. Lost comms right at the second maneuver to get to Juno. I know, right? It's like So the problem that I normally have, I'll set up a nice little comms network around Kerbin and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, that's great. I've got all the range I need, and then obviously you get out a home and transfer, you know, that nice low effort one going out to Juna, but you might do it just a little bit too much, just a little bit too much, and you end up on the far side of Juna, and it doesn't matter how good your comms network is, if you can't see Kerbin, you can't see Kerbin. Yeah, and that's the problem I normally have. Great Go on Fire's asthma's acting up. Have you just tried breathing normally? No, I'm also an on-off asthma sufferer myself. This year hasn't been too bad. Last year, I legit had to go back to the doctor and be like, I need my inhalers, please. Oh my god, I can't even walk to the top of my building stairs. I only live on the 3rd floor, by the way. So yeah, that's the thing. All right, finally we're at the load time. How's everything doing? Sounds bad. It does indeed. How is everyone doing out there? Obviously, Great Go on Fire, not so great. Great Space Emu. Had a little bit of a Juna failure, but that's all good. Well, it's all par for the course with Kerbal, right? All par for the course. Right, we are going to be playing career mode. Let's see if this will actually record at the same time, because that is the thing that I want to happen. Of course, it's not going to. No, of course it's not going to. All right, let's try and find out why this doesn't work. A little bit of troubleshooting in the background. So there is it Shadow Play or something like that? The GeForce Experience, something that gets installed with your graphics driver. Lost your voice a couple of days last week. Ooh, I bet everyone around you loved it. Jokes. So I use the recording software that comes with NVIDIA, and for some reason, occasionally, it's just like, nah, I ain't gonna load for you. I've decided that that's not the one I want to do. And I'm like, dude, really? Tried a bunch of relays to regain contact, but didn't work. Yeah, normally I'm still on hyperbolic. Hey, Kyle, how's it doing, man? How are you doing? Normally I'm still on a hyperbolic trajectory, so when I try and save the craft, I'm still like miles out, right? Let's try this button. Oh, F9 is the one that normally does it for me. I wonder why we're not recording today. This is kind of half the point. Of course, we are here to record a knife wave, nice. Trying to record an episode. It's going to be quite good. I've got the first episode like fully. What's the word I'm looking for here? Fully armed and operational. Fully edited. That's the word. That's control panel. I didn't want that. I wanted the actual experience. There we go. In fact, I've got the first 3 fully edited. I should really just start popping them up. I just want to get a little bit of buffer, because there's nothing quite like having a mission like we did last time, where it's just all... Oh man, am I going to have to hit record on OBS instead? It's such a terrible recording system, though. I don't I really don't want to do that. Okay, all right. It's because I bowed-mouthed OBS. The GeForce program has started up. Beautiful. Who knew that all you needed to do was bad-mouth the competition for a program or a brand to start liking you a bit more? Can I go to my settings, please? In-game overlay. Thank you. I wonder why this wasn't... Well, sorry about the slightly janky start. Slightly janky, lol. The very janky start. Occasionally is a thing. I'm not sure why today, though, because literally I turned my computer off. I left this place, and no one has been here until I returned today. So I'm not sure what's different. Maybe the computer's just like, no, I'm cold. I don't like this. All right, cool. We got the recording started. All right. All right. The mission today, as I say, I want to try and launch some more comms relays and stuff like that. Let's try and put an satellite in orbit of the Mun. Great Space Emu, bit of a cold. Oh, dude. Past sort of week or two, I've woken up with a real scratchy throat for no apparent reason, like real dry of mouth and stuff. You know, I have a drink and it kind of like sorts itself out for the rest of the day. But yeah, waking up, I'm just like, I'm ill, and then suddenly I'm not. I don't know how that works. Okay, new satellite in orbit of Kerbal. No, I wanted to really. Wait, what's that explore Kerbal thing there? Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbal. I mean, that is something we could probably do to do the storyline, right? I was really looking for send... You see these missions here, put new satellite in orbit of Kerbal. I wonder what I'm missing for... So we go clever sats. Is this only... Only ones of... Kerbal. There's nothing for actually going out to put one around the Mun. Well, maybe I'm going to put one there anyway, just because I want to. But more importantly, let's see if we got anything to rendezvous with around the outside of Kerbal. Let's name this mission after a less angry god. No, more angry gods. So we could try a polar rendezvous. That's going to be very interesting. Or we could just orbital up with save.ra. We just need to get close to them. Let's have a look at save.ra. Let's see what we need to do to bring save.ra back. Oh, we're in the atmosphere. I was not aware. It does have some fuel. We could kick this up into a stable orbit, put its fuel up a little bit just so it doesn't careen down. Sobek clearly got miffed over the lack of chompy bits on the Sobek rocket. Yeah, probably. I mean, to be fair, this is a bit more graspy, right? We could go for this. Yeah. So my plan. Do you reckon we've got? Let's have a look at the delt cost here. If I come up here and just go, hey, add maneuver. Control locked. Of course I'm control locked. Look, the thing's just over there. Okay, let's whiz through. I really think we're going to lose this one. Do you guys think we're going to lose this one? TBF, it was what it was for. But if we can get the rendezvous with this one, that would be great. Hey Bruno, how's it going? We are currently just investigating the state of my my vessels around Kerbal because we've been offered a contract to put a couple of or bring two together in a rendezvous. I think we need to be like that, right? Or is it like that? Do we want more view ahead or behind? The camera's not particularly kind here, it has to be said. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe this view. Maybe more like that view. I don't know. This really is not a kind camera angle for this. How about free cam? Let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's a bit better. Something like that. Oh yeah, get the real feel of us like ripping through the atmosphere. Let's check the map. Is it coming? He's not coming back, is he? No. All right, well, we have successfully deorbited a bit of space junk. This wasn't the goal, but yay, let's get some D-Kesler shouts in the chat. Quick, what do we do when we do a cleanup? We need to do something when we do a clean. I kind of feel like just like throttling the engine up and stopping would probably be a good idea. Does it work? Nah. I was gonna see, because it used to be when you were control up like this, you could turn the engine completely on or completely off. I never understood why we were allowed to do that. If anybody knows, let me know. But recently they seem to have stopped that, or I put a mod on that stops that. I'm not exactly sure what it is I did there. I'm loving this little oscillation that we've got set up here, where like one prong gets a little bit exposed and then another one, and it just pushes itself around. You would have thought at some point we would hit stable. No. Yeah, today's mission is comsats very much. We'll have to look at what other things we can get on the network. I'm mostly intrigued by the fact that I'll show you when we're done here. Actually, we've put a couple of satellites up that do not appear to have the ability to do a second order relay. Like they can talk to the late spring clean. Yeah, nice. They can talk to the KSC, but they can't then talk to another vessel, despite them both very much being like in range with each other. So I think we, if I remember correctly, we actually. But it's all coming flowing back to me. We actually need to go and do a science somewhere. The science that needs to be done is to get like 25 points, something like that. It should be like relatively easy. Today, in what we will actually achieve, play space janitors like the anime planets. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? So it's always good to start a stream off with a bang, right? Do we stick with this camera view, or should we change the camera? I think this is a good way to watch the entire process play out. Maybe the camera should like move down a little bit now. Yeah, I like this. I also like the pond there. Do you reckon that's shores, grassland, badland? Because you can get a splash down effect there. Does anybody know where a lake in a mountain is? Like getting some splash down mountain science. That's a thing right there. So we totally could have, for future reference, waited until we were in the right place and then jumped into save.ra. We didn't know this was going to happen, but for future reference, we could have. There we go. Black. That was pretty cool. We've got some structural parts left. We obviously can't do anything with them right now. I mean, it's debris, so I suggest that we can do it. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. All right, the other thing I wanted to show you is things like this. Look. So this vessel totally can speak back to the KSC, yeah? But this vessel, which is literally set up to be a relay... Excuse me, Kerbal, thank you. Which is literally set up to be a relay, cannot. What is this? Oh, it's the long shot. Oh, we had to fly out to get him. I remember that. Yeah, but we can't do that. So I think we need a certain amount... to the Space Center, certain amount of science. So let's go and look at that. It's all about identifying the problems and trying to solve them, right? This is the point where it'd be nice to have like a science division or something like that, where I could just be like, you guys go and do this for me. Foreshadowing to Patreon event, maybe. So I've got 36. How many do I actually need? It's like 45, if I remember correctly, despite the fact that one of the lines, yeah, this line here looks like it needs miniaturization before you get to precision engineering. That is not, in fact, correct. So we could definitely do that. When you are dead, please bury you in rocket fuel. Yeah, I don't think there'll be much left of you afterwards. Okay, so we need something that gives science. Help a scientist perform experiments at Kerbin's northern ice shelf. Oh, that's a bit of a distance. Gather rare science results from Kerbin's deserts. We want splashdown EVA temperature scan. I mean, do we know where there's a... Yeah, exactly, Gene. Do we know where there's water in the desert? What else gets us science? And that's not enough. That's not. I mean, that's the problem with the science payouts here, is they're never great. Stack separate into orbit of the moon. Are you kidding me? Plant a fag on the moon is definitely one of the next things we're going for. Hey Callum, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. I think we're going to go for the rare science results from Kerbin's deserts. Are you looking for a site? That's good. I think I've seen planets, yeah. Okay, let's go to the tracking station. Let's try and find... Callum, you've not weighed in on the conversation as to what mods you'd like to see in a Patreon career mode. Can we call it survival career? I don't know. There's some lakes. Are they actual lakes? Let's... Oh, look. It shows us where we can go. Suggested desert splashdown. Ah. I didn't realise it was going to cheat for us. Okay. Yeah, planets was it. Planetes. Alright, cool. Okay. Well, it's given us what we need. Yay, it's another plane day, guys. We can do this quicker, right? We can do this quicker. Maybe we want to put something on the top of a rocket? I mean, all we're doing is getting over there-ish. Where's that last plane we made? Let's have a look. Is it suitable for the next mission? Retrieval. No, break atmosphere. This was something, right? Yeah. I mean, all we want is EVA, and am I pushing the part limit? I'm not pushing part limit. Great. I mean, we could even swap out, because we're not breaking the atmosphere today. We could swap out some parts and be a little bit more efficient. I want science is there. I want this bad boy. We're going to pop you right here. Okay, we're going to take you off. Replace it with a Weasley. If I had better engines, I totally would, but that's all I got. I'm going to drop the oxidizer out. Okay, and I think we've got a pretty good plane. It's not a cat, it's an NBC. It's playing close enough. Close enough. Save. Any reason not to fly? I bet we're not going to have anyone in here, but that's all right. For those of you that need to remember, under here, oh yeah, we can see it there. We've got a probe core right at the front, so that's going to do the majority of the actual flying. But in terms of mods, ones that work, fair enough. Cannot disagree with that. I'm always trying to think about what we can actually do. The plane lacks boxiness. They're fair. I can't disagree with that. Great Goat on Fire. I cannot disagree with that. I need to put my brakes on. We're just sending good old Bill Kerman here out for a mission so that he can get some, not some science, some experience. Because for some reason, my... Ooh. Wait, let's go back. Got a little science alert there. Not here. Oh, we've gone through some weird transitional zone here. Hang about. Let's test these glitches that I've just found. All right, fine. Bill, be like that, Bill. You really need a better runway. Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, I've only got... Oh, it doesn't show you how much money you've got. I haven't got that much money. That's the problem, is the lack of funds. This is why we're doing both contracts and science rather than just going out to get science. But it's okay. All we're going to do is turn around and use this bit of grass here. One of the major failings, I feel, in the Kerbal gameplay element is the fact that any other land other than your runway is a better runway to begin with. Like, surely the runway should be slightly better than the grass or whatever, you know? Of course, if there are any squad devs watching, please don't do that. Please don't. It'd be so bad. I mean, if everything was rough around the outside. Am I classed as flying? Is that what's going on? It could be. It could be. All right, let me in. Let me in. Don't. Ah. All right. We're gonna do it like this, are we? We're gonna retract. Oh, that did great. Nose down, please. Nose down, please. I haven't even got the SAS on. This is just well balanced. Okay. All right. Fine. Let's just take them all down. You prefer vertical launch and horizontal landing for your first few planes. Yeah, I don't totally get that. I prefer horizontal takeoff and vertical landing because I like parachutes when you're this bad at the game. So, can we please? Come on. Okay, so do we need to make a design upgrade? I think we might. All we need is a little ladder right here. Just right here. I mean, we can keep pressing F. There we go, and we get that. All right, that took far too long. Far too long. Nose down. Turn it around a little bit. I think the oxidizer was doing more work than I realised. Don't know how you guys feel about that. Cover the brakes. Kill the engine. Turn around to sort of that degree. And I would like... Oh, we've got 2 suggestions, have we? I'm going to use this one because it's much closer. Alright, so close it's definitely down below the surface of the planet, and that's not... The ladders were a bit... Actually, I should actually do the ladders, shouldn't I? But we've got Bill here. So I've got... I'll tell you why this is a bit of a problem. We're going to do it like this. So I've got some R&R... what's the word I'm looking for? Mods on, which means they want to take a little bit of time off between missions. And I thought it was like, you know, a day, 2 days, but they want to take a week off. And I'm like, oh, I can't, especially not at this point of the game, spare people for that long. Where are the ladders? They're in utility. I know where they are. But do I have ladders? Okay, so the reason that I didn't do ladders was because we have no ladders. All right. I don't want to call this break atmosphere because we got another thing. This is... medium range. Okay, hopefully I didn't actually save this, the other one. Center of mass is where, yeah, probably. The starting runways are a lot better than they used to be. Yeah, and honestly, the rough surface, if you haven't made it like a great plane that balances on its back landing gear like I have, because that's, you know, definitely a design feature you want. If you've not done that, then it's probably better to have the bumpy runway, because you hit something, you kick up, and then that gives you the inclination you need, right? That's how I feel about it anyway. Okay, so no ladders because no ladders. This actually makes Bill a little bit sad. Got a bad feeling about this. I know, right? But fine. It will be fine. Such distance though. Actually should be fine. Like, if I had a Panther, if I had 2 Panther engines on the back here, it would be even better. Landing gear always feel like a problem for planes and cars. You're telling me, mate. Oh, wow. Like, you're telling me. The springiness is horrible. But to be fair, this is why I've got, like, 3 parachutes on this thing. And I brought an engineer, so I don't think he's quite high enough level to repack. But that's literally why we brought him. Because he needs a higher level. Yeah, good work, plane. Good work. Tiniest amount of thrust. Let's get ourselves reorientated here. You wouldn't have the... So Callum's saying he wouldn't have the middle engine as it makes it too rear heavy and subject to flat spin. Which, yeah, he's probably true. It's probably exactly what's going to go wrong. If that is what goes wrong, we know how to fix it. So that's a bonus, right? 3 days to travel at this rate. We could just roll, or maybe a day at this rate. So I'm worried about the dismount. If you guys aren't entirely certain why I'm taking my sweet time coming this way. I do wonder whether I could take off in this short runway. Is this little space here the definition of the short takeoff and landing? Okay, tappy tap on the brakes. Go. So far, so good. Feel them G's push down. 1.5 G's acceleration, not too bad. Let's try and lift up. Oh yeah, no, you definitely did better with the rocket engine on the back. Oh, that's already hard to control. I think if anything, it's too front heavy. If anything, it's too front heavy. So that roll control. Oh man, that roll control. Go all the way. Why? Why? This is not how it flew earlier. Okay, so we're going to heed Callum's warning. Wants to fly upside down for some reason. You need to rework this. I think you might be right. I've got a feeling. Tend to have diagonal wheels on the tips of the wings to help the roll on the ground. Yeah. Turn it over. It's not going to turn over at all, is it? Okay, so we're getting lots of suggestions to rework this in the chat. I am definitely in agreement with it. Whilst it can be flown this way, I don't want anybody to say that this is a failed mission. I feel like it would be easier if we did this differently. I mean, it really does fly like a beaut. Just upside down. Alright. Revert flight, space plane hangar. Let's have a look and see what we've got horrifically wrong here. Are we ready for a laugh? Center of mass, center of lift. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Wait, what? Okay, well, we'll bring it forwards. Bring the wheels forwards a bit. Maybe bring it forwards a bit. Not sure why I didn't have my offset part there for a moment. Something more like that. A little bit of stability, but still. Why didn't I have? What's it control? Okay, let's try this. Not so much a mission failed as a fission mission. Also try lowering the wing. Ah, I missed that. You reckon a front control surface? I could buy that actually. If we push the wing back and put... we don't have any canards. We'll see what we've got. Definitely see what we got. Obviously, we are technology restricted at this point in career mode. That's exactly why we're trying to do this mission, is because we need to get some more science. I probably should have taken the rest of the science stuff just to be, you know, sure. Well, that said, we have made a bit of a vow to only get the science that the contracts ask for, so maybe. You reckon tailplanes on the front? Okay. Okay, I need a notepad. Here we go. Put notes here. Plane improvements. Okay, cool. Everyone's going to see how bad my my typing is. So lower wing, front controls. Okay, save. I will check that again as we're done. Anyone else? So I really like canards on the front of my planes for the looks. Yeah. In place of canards, the tail fin should do it. Particularly like the mounting method here. Oh, don't give me that. You totally had that. I saw a grab button and everything. Wasn't even a climb, it was a grab. There we go, look at that. Should we try a proper takeoff? See how the runway does for us? Don't think we need to get particularly fast. Whoa, look at that springiness though. Okay, well we've lost the land. Oh, yeah, maybe those front. Well, we're going to let this one play out. Because, of course, we're going to let this one play out. I'm surprised Bill's not like, I can't survive this. Bill's just like, whatever, bruv. I got it. I got it. I mean, why do planes need abort sequences anyway? I just want to get the shot of this corkscrewing into the water. Oh, I don't know the best angle. Don't like this. Too far away. Like that. Alright, we had some suggestions there on how to fix this. Lowering the wings, putting some front canards on. I'm all about that. How many parts do we have? Let's have a look. We got loads of parts to play with. So let's copy a bunch of these and whoa, slap them down here. I mean, what could go wrong with that? Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. I'm just going to pull these in a little bit. Come on, give it to me now. Alright, like so. And then we're going to lower these down just a touch. By just a touch, I actually mean quite a bit. I think. Maybe there. You're trying to build a Saab Griffin. I didn't know that a Saab Griffin was a thing, so no. But if I have, great. That's not even close to right. let's go for something like that. Still not feeling it. Do I want it that low down? Do I want it that low down? Car broke Skyrim. Beautiful, man. How did you break it? All about it. Unfortunately, I can't click wiki links on my phone. Could you dump it into Discord and I'll totally have a look at that afterwards? Okay, does that look better? Do I want these wings further back? How are people feeling? The tail. Tail is gone. Whoops. I see what happened there. There we go. Let's pop that just back. No. There we go. Okay, that's a bit more in line. It's likely to backflip like this. You know what? It's been a while since I've built any plane with any sort of deviation from this middle line. Probably a reason for that, right? I mean, we could just fly. Oh, no, we need a Kerbal for the EVA thing, right? It's gonna be like, this is a robot plane. It can just fly on its own, right? No. We need a pilot. And today we're not just using any pilot. Well, we're using an engineer, which is kind of like a pilot, but does stuff, right? Okay, come on, man. I really should have. Well, you can't really put them any closer. It's really tempting to keep all my Kerbals constantly out and floating around the Kerbal Space Center. Just build little dioramas for them to go and sit at, or build them little golf buggies to travel around. I know there's like loads available on all sorts of like sharing websites, the Kerbal X and stuff like that, but. He pulled Megumin in. I don't know what that is, man. Imagine you're speaking to someone who has been culturally disconnected for the past 5 years, and you might actually be getting at where I'm at with my life right now. It's really bad. I spent so long making videos that I've actually do not know anything about what's going on in the world ever. much noise that you can't really miss it. But okay, you can get in, right? You can get in. Not sure roll, but just a little push. Let's just try it here. Still not feeling great. Not sure why it wouldn't like do really well. Does anybody have any bets on how this is going to go horrifically wrong? Alright, that wasn't quite what I was expecting. Oh, it's, again, if you excuse the pun, incredibly twitchy. I have to turn down the control system like so. We got it. Oh man, the turn is tough. It likes to, as Callum said, flat spin rather than pull. But I think we'll be alright. Current events, everything's on fire and I'm scared. Yeah, things are particularly bad for us at the moment, aren't they, Callum? We're just like, I don't know what's going on. Just don't yaw too much. Yeah, good shout, man. Good shout. I'm just gonna keep this pointed this way now. We got like 12 minutes. We could probably do that faster than we're currently doing. You posted the article in Discord. Okay, cool. Yeah. Talking about prepping. Trying not to, but what else can we talk about? Nah, actually, to be fair, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So the Raptor engines have been installed on the hopper, or at least they're there, right? And people can smell fuel and stuff like this. So SpaceX are doing well. What else have we got to talk about? Do you know what? I was running so late today that I've not had a look at any of like the space news stuff. But we didn't talk about like the fate of the SLS last time we were all together. That sounds like it's going to be fun. Did anybody watch that Scott Manley video today about that asteroid that like landed with the power of a nuclear bomb? But more importantly, did you see the satellite footage he had for that? That was just spot on. Obviously, you didn't get to see the actual fireball, but the trail that got left behind was just beautiful, beautiful. So I appeared to be, of course, I've got an extra engine on the go. Oh, did you miss that? That's a shame. That's a shame. I highly recommend going to watch after the stream, obviously. But yeah, there was an asteroid came in over the Bering Sea, the bit of land, a bit of water between America and Russia. Hit with quite force, and there was a bunch of satellites that were obviously taking photos. There's all sorts of weather stuff, and I can't remember the exact satellites that were taking the photo, but it's like an every 10-minute photo, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Is it on this side or the other side of the water? It's on the other side of the water. I also appear to be going into sunset. I'm sure we did that the other way earlier on, right? I feel like my land texture is super nice at the moment. Do you guys get to see that as I do? I hope so. I hope so. So sort of the same thing that happened to the Russian town a few years back. Yeah, that's that sort of size. I think it was comparable on the like explosive yield size. As everyone seems to like measuring asteroids in is how many Hiroshimas or something like that. And they were within a couple of Hiroshimas from each other. Or they were on the Hiroshima scale. I can't remember the exact numbers, as I say. Certain kilotons and kilonewtons of force were mentioned, but you know, people talking big numbers, it kind of goes over. Heroes of Hammerwatch? No, I've heard of, but never. I don't even know what type of game it is. You know, we can do this faster. We can do this super faster. Yeah, I don't know what. Sell it to me, man. What's it all about? I'll be honest, it sounds like some medieval fantasy RPG / card game. I'm not sure which one it will be. neither of which are particularly my strong suit. Looks up the mega. Okay, cool. It's a roguelike RPG. Cool. I always like the idea of a roguelike RPG, but I doubt they mean actual roleplay game. I think most times when people talk about RPGs now, they're talking about, oh, it's got a stat system. I shouldn't really be doing this at times 3 speed, should I? Let's ease it down and just ease it down. Something like that looks good. The permanent town that you can upgrade. Nice. Okay, the real question is, how's this landing going to go down? We've got to be splashed down in the desert. Are we going to land on land again and roll into the water? It's probably the better option, right? We tried landing on water last time, but it turns out it's a little destructive to our craft design. Oh, it's not quite sunrise over there. Maybe by the time we travel over that way it will be. We've got to try and find a nice flat region to land on. If you're wondering why I'm up at the top level of how far the Weasleys can actually handle, is because the air's thinner up here. We have to do less pushing through atmosphere and stuff. Save us a bunch of fuel, which I suppose technically we don't actually need to be saving fuel. We have got quite an excessive amount. Also, don't deviate too far from prograde. Yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that. We should really be coming in for a landing now, right? I learned this lesson a little while ago about, you know, when you're super high in the air, it takes a long time to be able to slow down and come back. So, sorry, slow down enough for the land and come back. I mean, that also takes a while if you're like doing an SSTO or whatever. You can definitely have some trouble coming back. So is that where I've got to land, over there? That map is like super not helpful. Okay, let's do a little nosedive. Well, not a nosedive. Let's do a little like drop with the gravity turn, or whatever it is wants to call it. I think it's a good inclination. Speed this up a bit. Alright, we're gliding and losing speed. I'm down with that. We're going to throttle up to about halfway when we get down to, I don't know, 2 kilometers or something. 4 kilometers. Slowing down. As you can see, we're nearly dropping 100 meters a second. So let's try and stop that number dropping down too much. Okay, 42 meters per second is pretty good. Let's go for a third throttle. That sounds like we can just about limp over. I'm looking for the flat part. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to cut my engine. I'm going to hit F5, and then we're going to throttle the engine back up. Quick save is a thing. Just add some... I actually have aero brakes as well. I forgot to put them on. Oh, we discovered them last time, right? We discovered them last time. But also, you know, we've got parachutes. Totally survive, right? So, I'm feeling this flat bit over here. How do people think about that? Because this looks to be all just... Oh man, how am I going to get in there? Do we make a slow circle round, or do we just go for it? I mean, we've got it saved. What's the worst that could happen, right? That was a little extreme, actually. That was... I am tempted just to aim for that a little beach bit over there and pop parachutes. But then how will I land back at the KSC? Maybe here is where I want to save it. I really, really need to remember to start bringing my controller with me here. Trying to fly this on a keyboard is not the best, to be honest. This, I dislike this. I want to get rid of it. I don't know which mod puts it in, and I don't know what to do. It's not trajectories, before people say. I know we've got the trajectories mod. It might be flight path or something like that. It's just really super irritating. Okay, here we go. First thrust on all of them. Don't feel like we've done well. Oh, oh, oh. Settle out, please. Settle out. Action groups down. Sorry. Landing gear now. That's the... I'm like, action groups? Why did I think of action groups? Okay, we're still super high. It's not what I wanted. Normally do pretty bad on this bit. Oh, look at the downhill section. No, no, no. Ah, last second I lost the landing gear. That's not fair. We all see what happens when this... Oh, man. Hey, Super Space Syrup, how are you doing? What's the worst thing that could happen? The planet's core turns into black hole. Apart from it can't happen. There's not enough mass in there. And if someone drops something that's got that much mass, yeah, it will just collapse in on itself. But the thing with black holes is people think they have like some sort of like sucking force. And I suppose, you know, like gravity is a sucking force. But no more so than the sun, if you will. I know like the sun is a lot lighter. But if you're at the right distance, and that's why you have stabilizers. I think you might be right there, buddy. If you're at the right distance, you would just orbit it like you would orbit any other gravitational object, you know? You would probably be, like, absolutely destroyed by any magnetic forces going on and stuff like that. But the actual gravity wouldn't be any more severe. Like, should I try one of these other lakes? Does that look easier to get into? Do I want to try and come in over this way and land? Like, landing on this beach really sounds like a great idea. Yeah, we're gonna use our parachutes. Doesn't matter if we crash on the way back, right? As long as we don't destroy the science, it should be fine. And that'll just be the way back. Alright, that's no problem. Landing gear down. Set some reverse thrusts just in case. Okay, I want to come in over that beach before I press the... Okay, here goes. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, no, a little bit further. Go. Okay, we came to a dead stoppish. Trying desperately to pull that front landing gear up. Can we dump some fuel backwards? I mean, we totally could, but I think we're going to come down too hard, too fast. Let's do it. 10 meters per second is not sounding great. That really felt like we were good, and then obviously not. I kind of feel like all I want to do is blow this up. Or, you know, deactivate this engine. Turn this one on. Alright, number 3. Number 3. I think that was a much better approach vector, though. Maybe we can land on that. Definitely, like, come in around that way. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. And also, we can burn off much more speed with some, like, aggressive turns and stuff like that. Is the Weasley so much heavier than the swivel? The rocket engine. It's actually heavier than the rocket engine. Is that actually what's going on? I find that kind of hilarious. Also kind of sad. Add aero brakes to future planes. Yeah, aero brakes. I mean, the reverse thrust is kind of working. I think the 3 engines might be a little bit over the top, right? For the reverse thrust. Right, I want to be practically falling out of the sky by this ridge over here. Because we've got some down to do. Man, this like mod pack, if you will, that I've put together here really makes planes vital at the beginning. I didn't quite realise how vital they would be. Can we get super close? Because that is actually a ridiculously large area, right? Look at that landing zone back there. Maybe we could have landed on that. So reverse thrust, shut down, shut down. Right, more gentle than that, please. Caps lock. Much better. Alright, happy with that. Did we lose anything? I don't think we did. Oh, the water effects are just killing my PC all of a sudden. I don't know why. Okay, nice. Again, I really want to turn this marker off. Descent target. How do we clear? No, descent settings. Yeah, I really don't think it is this. Let's try flight plan. How do I get rid of that? No, that's not it either. That's really annoying. Really annoying. Okay, neato. Thanks, man. Thanks. Whew. Alright, let's look at this contract. We needed... Oh, perform science around the KSC. Totally didn't see that we were doing that. But anyway, EVA report. Let's do this quick. Oh, do you guys see a problem here? I see a little problem. It's not an unsurmountable one. It's not an unsurmountable one. Right, we take that. That's good. Let's get back inside. We're going to be flying on like a 3rd engine power or something like that. Perform all the sciences if we could. Pressure scan, crew report, temperature scan. Beautiful. Right, we've got everything. Let's make an F5. To probably need more wing to the massive engines. Yeah, probably. I am notorious for not having enough engine, not enough wing. It is known. It is known. Okay, are we going to be able to make like a nice, safe takeoff here? This is the real question. Oh man, I really want to figure out how to turn that off. What are you? Civilian pop, we're not worried about you. Better time warp, snacks. Servo control, oh, that's from the dock rotate. Gravity turn, that's fine. I'm going to hit X on my engine there because I seem to be going too fast. Astrogator is also a problem. Okay. No reason not to go for it. We've got a quick save. Only 0.5 intakes for each engine. Is that true? Did not know that. Oh, I need all the control surfaces though. We did a quick save, so it's all good, right? Boom boom, the plane goes no. I mean, boom boom is definitely the call there. Maybe we'll just take off from that little runway over there. What are these? Oh, they're trees. All right, cool. Note to self: make quick save on the surface. Not sure if it's true, but it doesn't flame out with that many. That's cool. I will take that as true. If it doesn't flame out, that's pretty close to being right, right? I think there'll be issues. Oh, if we go up high. Okay. Right here, we're going to do a quick save. That's probably a better runway, but whatever, let's do this. Let's let the engine wear up just a little bit. So with the brakes action group. Lament our lack of sideways facing wheels. That's a takeoff. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Alright, now we just need to go back home. We can do a loop-de-loop with it. Well, loop-de-loop's a bit strong. One of these things, whatever they're called. I'm not sure what the half 180 rollout the top are called. So the bubble, yeah, I actually turned this off a little while ago. It's telling me what science is collectible or not, but there is a way of telling it exactly how much. Like, it's supposed to be telling me when there's more than that. I asked it to only tell me when there's like 100 or something like that. 100 science to be told. It's not really working. Hey, Mazode Gaming, how you doing? How you doing? Tell you what, Twitchy, this wouldn't have happened with a box wing. I would totally have ripped up all the wings on a box wing. You guys know this. You know this. Right, I want to create a waypoint, activate navigation. Just over there, no problem. We got this. We got this. A little bit of pull and twist. Definitely not accelerating as fast as we were, but that could just be how shallow we are in the atmosphere. You're good, nice, good to hear that. Always good to hear that. We're just doing little flies back and forth, getting some science so that we can put some communication satellites up. Immelman. Okay, nice. Thanks, man. Thanks. The Immelman maneuver, the loop-de-loop 180 twist out at the end. Okay. You don't think anyone can land a box wing? Oh no, I landed a box wing last week. Mazo, I'm the first person to pronounce your name correct. Dude, you have no idea how rare that is. Normally I butcher people's names. Glad to have got it right. That's not normally how it goes down. You can ask people. Okay, we need to speed this up. Never go up to ×4, just if you're wondering. Oh, out in the wild, yeah. Well, I mean, box wings are better for kites than for actual planes. Let's be honest. Too much resistance, maybe. I don't know. I'm not an aerodynamic engineer, so I can't really speak to that. What are we putting the sats up for? Because I do not have a communication network at this moment. We are really early career mode, really. We've been playing for about a month, but I only do like 4 hours a week, something like that. We do two sets of 2. It normally works out being closer to 5 because I always chat, overrun, manage to mess up the mission until I want to do it right. You know, stuff like that. Continuing it down to the same altitude you start at is a half Cuban 8. Oh, right. Well, so if you... and I'm going to draw on my mouse a shape here. You come along, you go up, kind of do your flipping maneuver, but then come back down to that. That's a half Cuban 8. Is that what we're saying? Because that sounds cool. I'm all up for oh, no, not ×3. Not a ×3. I'm always up for trying, like, new fancy maneuvers and learning their names and stuff. Normally I'll get it horrifically bad. You guys know this. I'm horrifically bad at stuff. But that does not mean I don't want to try. Indeed. All right, cool. Got it right. Got it right. I like getting things right. So the lack of air vent on the front here. We had these circular intakes on the front, but unfortunately my graceful entry into the water robbed us of the ability to have that front air scoop there. So we're a little under aired, but the Weasleys seem to be doing all right. That KS. You're right. We should. I mean, we could be boring about it and make a rover. 2 material studies, a mystery goo. I'm wondering whether the chopper drone didn't work on account of the rover. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with it. So I even spent some time after the fact trying to play with them and stuff. It's just, they just do not work. Whoever was in here saying that the Airplanes Plus rotors are naff, they were 100% right. They just did not work at all. I'm moving at normal speed again, aren't I? This is not the speed we want to do this. Which is a shame. I really would have loved to make a little micro drone that could go around and do some stuff. I thought I might just drop in, but now I'm all right. Have a good time, Mazode. Have a good time. I see you're a fellow gaming channel. I might check you out in a sec. That's what I do. What I do. Anywhere near the right amount of anywhere near the same amount of subs as me, I'll be like, hey, you want to do some stuff? It's sort of like the hardest thing in this game is not Kerbal in the YouTube game is trying to find people to do stuff with. It's pretty much the only way you can grow your channel. Like, you can try advertising about, you can hope that the YouTube algorithm will pick you up, but the only real way is to expose yourself to new audiences, and that generally involves going off and doing stuff with other people. But trying to find the other people that want to do stuff, oh my gosh. Let alone, like, when we start talking about time restraints and stuff like that. Just trying to find someone who is willing. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. So we are at 300 meters per second movement rate. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's a little bit low. We were moving at about 450 on the way out there, so we've obviously got some like air intake issues. It doesn't cause a flame out, but it does cause inefficiencies. You're about 2k sub. Okay, fair enough, man. Fair enough. To be honest, if you can hold your own in a conversation and aren't like, I don't know what. if you don't have that je ne sais quoi that makes people go, oh, actually, rather not, then maybe. Alright, let's pick up a bit more speed. We seem to be headed directly on course. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's going to make a pretty boring video. Navigation waypoint. No, I want to delete the waypoint. There we go. Okay, do we think I'm going to be able to land this? I don't know. I don't know. We should do a quick save. That's what we should do. Once we're a lot closer, we will definitely perform the save of quickness. Man, the rugged terrain is so cool around here. I reckon there's a little rover trial to be done. You start here, drive through these bowls and get up to the top, and obviously up to the big one is the ultimate accolade there. All without rockets if possible, you know. I'm not sure if we can make rovers that can grip like that. Yeah, you definitely can, Callum. Callum got himself a nice fancy engineering job. Actual engineer. Like, actually knows how to put numbers into systems and get the right numbers out the other end. You're not into YouTube at the moment. You've been busy in the past year. Yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that. So I haven't posted anything. You just can't watch YouTube vids. Great. Yeah, great shout. It definitely like sets you apart from the people with like a letter for their name, for their profile picture, and then just like their actual name or something like that. I mean, like, great if that's the system you want. I find normally it's like the actual 12-year-olds, if you will, or the 50-year-olds that don't know how to use the internet. But most people in between that range have figured other things out. Because it has all the people I want to watch, and there's a lot of people. Oh, nice. Yeah, to be fair, I mean, lost track of how many people are on my subscriptions. But that said, half the people on my subscription list don't produce anymore. There's a lot of people that don't make anymore, and that's a shame, because I know YouTube is very much a transitory part of a lot of people's lives. Not mine. I've been here for 4 years now, maybe 5, maybe longer. Does anybody know how long I've been here? Like, seriously, I'll have to go and have a look. I think Mark of the Ninja is the series where I first started taking it properly seriously. Got some other stuff on my channel from before then, but too long. Yeah. Too long without success. But you know, well, no, that's not true. Like, collaborative warfare very much was a success, and I can't argue with that. And then like some of the things that followed afterwards. Like Post for an M went down pretty well. It's kind of like a cultural cornerstone of my channel. Auction not included seems to get like a standard flow of a few people. It's not quite the people the numbers are. I'd like to see another 0 on the end, as I'm sure you can all think. But you're back when you're playing collaborative warfare. Oh, welcome back to the channel then, buddy. It's good to see you. Good to see you. It's a shame that it ended when it did, but that's life, right? That's life. Alright, reverse thrust, then shut down these. Oh, they are. We did that on one engine. I am good at the game, yo. I'm like, oh yeah, no, you know, having the one air vent is definitely slowing us down. If I had all 3 engines running, then maybe. Are we gonna overshoot? I feel like we're overshooting. Oh, I pressed Z instead of X. Now we're gonna be coming down too hard. No. Okay, we're good. That's a drift I can deal with. Best landing yet. Only took the entire runway to do it. Collaborative warfare was fun, but no, it wasn't necessary. And then I might start recording soon after a paycheck this week. Dude, like seriously, Callum, you, like, out of everyone that I want to record with, it's a purely superficial reason. You've got the voice, man. You've got the voice. So I highly recommend you go ahead and do that. I really do. The Immortal tanks were great, and they were also a good equalizer for... Oh shoot, what was his name? The guy who dropped out like really early because he didn't actually know how to play Kerbal. I can't remember his name now. He was a good chap. He just wasn't quite ready for what we were doing. To be fair, I don't think me and yeah, I've gone blank with everyone's names apart from Tape and Penguin. Agonarch. I think me and Agonarch were not quite prepared for the level of work as well. I mean, we definitely did it. And I would like to say I think I definitely made the funniest videos. I originally ended up watching a bunch of Tape and Penguin, and then watched some of Agonarch's, and I was like, I'm not as good at the game as these guys. I should try to be funny instead. And I think I knocked that one out of the park. But yeah, something like that. Yeah. All right, 45. Yeah, we got the points. That's what it was all about. Nice. So somewhere in here we go. Communicatrons and communicatrons. High gain antennas are definitely what it's all about. Beautiful. 4 science left. Yeah. Time to make this comm satellite we've been talking about, right? Alright, so it should have a comm satellite blueprint that's just missing the right type of antenna, right? That should be a thing. Man, what were we doing with Da Vinci? Oh, that was a helicopter, right? I remember. Let's just go down and have a look. ComSat level 1. Okay, let's load this up. The first thing we're going to do is call it a level 2. And then get rid of all these. No, am I not allowed to... Hello? Can I please? There we go. I don't know what went wrong with that, but that was it. Wasn't one of the lads in KW a legit helicopter pilot so we could style and profile with the car? Yeah, that was Agonarch, I think. That was Agonarch. He, like, legit knew how to fly stuff. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Out of everyone, it was definitely Agonarch that I, like, related to the most. Yeah, I'll have to find out what he's going on. I don't know how to rendezvous very well. I'll have to put that what's the word that I'm looking for? That tutorial together that I've been talking about for like 5 years or something. Okay, any reason that this shouldn't be a good comm satellite Mark II? Wait, yes, what is going on with the weird click lag? We've got some photovoltaics, we've got some batteries, we've got the high gain antennas. I actually don't think there's anything else we want. I mean, we could... oh, no, I don't have a tiny docking port. I was going to say we could stick a tiny docking port on it for retrieval, but that's probably not a good idea. Navigation illumination. You know what? I think we'll do with these. There's 10 parts. Let's... do I have a launcher here? No. No. Okay. We should probably make a launcher. I don't know how to rendezvous. Okay, have a look in Discord if you want to see my mess of a setup. I will do, man. I will do. Alright, catch you later, Mazode. I hope you have a good time. Good time. I kind of hope everybody has good times, you know. Automatic. Oh, that's a new name. New name. Dude, that looks a lot tidier than my setup. Has to be. Oh no, no. Did I just close everything? No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, it looks a lot closer, a lot tidier than my setup. I will never post a picture of my setup. It is such a. Trying to find appropriate words for the stream. It's such a terrible looking place. I got stuff strewn everywhere. I've got like silica gel packets, a lighter despite the fact that I don't smoke. I've got some coasters here. I've got a stand that came with my microphone. A whole bunch of stuff. Okay, what am I doing? I'm doing this into here, and then this down here. How high am I trying to put this? To be fair, I don't think we need to go that far, so I'm going to do that. I know it kind of eats into the part limit in a funny way, but I'm alright with that. I'm alright. We'll stick a swivel on the bottom. This light launcher is definitely going to be a light launcher. I don't think we're going to be doing anything particularly extravagant with it. I mean, do I want to put like rock... hey, why would you do that? Do I want to put liquid fuel, liquid boosters? I don't until I get like fuel lines, right? So until then, we'll put the hammers on. All right, and what do we get on the Kerbal engineer? I know you're around here somewhere. Bam. 4.98. It's pretty low actually. Second PSU loose on top of the case, fans on the outside of the case. I don't show that kind of mess to the left of the PC. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, no, my actual PCs look alright. My actual PCs look alright. You know what, I am thinking that we do want liquid boosters now. Can I... you guys hear that, right? What? There we go. I wonder what... seriously, can I... Why? Why are we suddenly like, no, you're not allowed to click? Oh yeah, it takes the right click. Is it my mouse? Does my mouse just not work? No, that does alright. It's only when it's in here? I don't know what's going on with those. One of the mods does that, or the non-click-through business. That might be that. Okay, second fuel tank. Pop. And we want to have room for things such as aerodynamic surfaces, because you know this ain't going to be good. 27 out of 30. What I might do is drop this down to a standard 3 booster configuration. Can I just get you, please? Thank you. Shift X. Bam. Okay, and then on this side we can put some tail fins, which I know we now have in our what's the word I'm looking for? Like articulate? No, they're not articulated, are they? They're just like hingeable. I'm not sure. Just one sat at the moment. I need to make sure that this is going to be like completely off of company expenses, if you will. This is going to be an entire system that is set up just as a test. Stack separator. Okay, cool. Can I please drop into the assembly zone? Super light 1, because it is literally super light. I don't think I could put anything together lighter. Nah, that's a lie. Of course I could. Okay, looking good to the... Okay, alright. Let's save it. Leave. We're going to go buy one of those... A set of 4 Kerbal stationary sats would be nice. That would be incredibly nice. I'm surprised that they never give you missions that go Kerbal stationary. That would be pretty good. Investigate a malfunctioning. Rendezvous with Sobek and any other vessel. That'd be nice. Move a satellite. No. Okay, this one. Do we want to go for one of the high ones or one of the low ones? Let's go for the high one. Is that? It's beyond the moon. Do I have the ability to go beyond the moon? This one is also... Alright, this one crosses the moon's orbit. That's beautiful. Let's go with that. 42 degrees. That's pretty excessive, but we can do that. Thank you. So, we're going to start with ComSat level 2. And we're going to go see what happens. Or rather, we're going to go see whereabouts in the Kerbin's rotation we actually match up with the other orbit. Because if it's an orbit that's not... Kerbal stationary orbit also hits the Moon's sphere of influence. That's a shame. That's a shame. I mean, look at this. This is the one that we're supposed to be doing here. We need to make sure that we are... You know what? Might be now. Time is now. Which way do I want to be going? Down. Okay, we need to go southwest, and we need to go now. Wish me luck, everybody. Wish me luck. Let's get that in the right order first. Okay, go. Do we have all the engines, please? Alright, south, west. Okay, that way. That's how we want to fall over. Oh, that's why they don't give the thing out. I was much expecting more oomph. Anybody else was expecting more oomph from this? We got a lot of engines for how much we're not moving. A lot for how much we're not moving. I wonder if we could use this gravity turn to get us right. Where's the there's an inclination. Oh man, we could have like literally nailed it from that. Okay, let's see if we're getting even semi-close to where we're supposed to be going. Southeast, not southwest. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. No. We're gonna carry on. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. No. 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 All right, quick vote, guys. Do I try and push through, or do I redo? I'm probably gonna revert. I'm probably gonna revert. We have totally gone in the wrong direction because I got turned upside down. Lol. Oh, I pressed the wrong button and I rolled rather than moving. Thinking redo? Yeah, I'm thinking redo. Alright. Okay, alright, let's do it. Revert flight to launch. Let's try a thing, shall we? I'm willing to try a thing if you guys are willing to try a thing. We want to click that to open, and this should tell me some orbital stuff, and then I'm going to click this, and we're going to be like, okay, we want destination height here to be a lot of zeros. Okay, let's try and do this. 1, 2, well, let's go 11. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got that. We then want the inclination to be here somewhere, 42.2. I have no idea whether this is going to do what I want it to do, but I think that should do it. I'm going to do a save. Well, that's interesting. Speaking of staging, it's such a shame that Sparrow staging can't be done in real life. Yeah, I mean, it's not that it cannot be done, it's just the fact that all the extra fuel pumps and stuff like that add a massive amount of complexity, and that means that you add a massive amount of stuff that goes wrong. Because unfortunately, you can't just slap a tank on and be like, yep, that's going to pump no matter what. You need all sorts of things to make it work properly. I am once again firing on not all cylinders. There we go. That should be a little bit better on the take. I wondered why we were dragging so hard there, but that's fine. Man, it's actually going for the 42 degrees. It's actually going for the 42 degrees? I don't think it's going for 42 degrees. I don't think it's going for 42 degrees at all. Let's see what we end up with. I'm going to be very intrigued. I'm interested in the fact that it's going completely westward. Well, practically cannot be done. Yeah. Fair play, man. Fair play. To say that I'm a little shocked by this turn of events. Either KW rocketry, no. Near future, maybe. Some plane parts. Kerbal reusability or... Okay, so... near future I've got, and airplanes plus I've got. So maybe that's part of it. I don't think I've got reusability expansion or anything like that. I'm really interested to know where this is going to end up. I really don't think it's going to hit the same orbit that we've been like told to get to. Now what's it doing? Well, I mean... I could definitely have flown this manually better. Definitely have flown this better manually. We're now past Apple apps and on our way back down. I don't think that this has been planned to deal with off-axis and stuff. Alright, well we know what's wrong. Revert to launch. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it by hand. If you need to do it right, you need to do it yourself, right? At least the second or third attempt anyway. T. Full throttle. Change the staging. Hold our breath. Look for southwest. Southeast. Southeast. Because we're going the same way as the planets spin. This is... There's normally a little thing showing it. There it is. This is going this way round. Do you see that little, like, thickening there? Which means we're going southeast. Okay, we've got it. We've got it. If I keep saying it, I might believe it. I've got it. This is like totally all done my thing. May need 4 wings, not 3. I think we're alright. Oh, what, for the way that thing just handled? I don't think it knows how to deal with Or maybe I put the details in wrong for the orbit I was going for. To be fair, that is by far the more likely play there. Okay. Flight seems to be going a lot better. I could have done with the engineering chip now that I stop and look at it, but that's alright. You can definitely do a play without. The turn is definitely happening in the right place. I've got a feeling we're going to punch up to this ascending node. Yeah, look at that. We are changing that as we speak. It's nice. I'd really like some sort of orbital. Oh, that's our outside booster's gone. All right, that should show me how much we need to pull this around. It'd be really nice to have some sort of like waypoint manager on here, but I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, we'll pull around as we're just taking off, so this shouldn't be too much troubles. And of course, when it gets like 90 degrees away from where we should be, we're going to have to just kind of fly like this now. At some point it's going to be like, orbital, great, and then I'm just going to follow retrograde. Okay, there we go. We're just going to follow retrograde now for a little bit. Waiting to extend all antennas. There's the button down the bottom there, so that should be pretty cool. We seem to be off on a good launch. Let's have a look. 6 degrees. It's definitely a dealable. What might not be dealable is the amount of fuel we might not. Asparagus, or would it just be overkill? I do not have the tech for asparagus. It's the fuel pump I kept on talking about when we were putting it together. That's what we need, is a fuel pump. A pretty serious one at that. Okay, is this going to go well? I hope so. I hope so. That's a stage. I'm feeling a little underprepared, maybe. Extend all antennas. Let's see how this works. Do we have the fuel? We do not have the fuel. Lol, all that time, and I'm like, no. You're out for a glass of water at that point. Fair play. Fair play. Okay, tracking, not tracking station. I wanted to revert. That means that's stuck up there now. That's alright. No biggie. No biggie. We're gonna watch it die then. Let's go make a better launcher. What better launcher do we have? We got no. We are maximum parts, right? So how about take those off. I really should have looked at how much delts we had there. This is giving us like this. How many? We might be able to save some parts and then put some other bits elsewhere. Okay, 4.6 is actually not that great, right? Can we not? Okay, so this was one of the things that I was like, hey, we should definitely. Ooh, that's annoying. Let's put that over there, and then we can press Alt on this one and pop that down there. Okay, so here is an instant fuel boost. That should help. Wait for better comms. No, it was literally dead. It was literally dead. We can definitely see if it will comms, but it ran out of fuel. It ran out of fuel. This is another thing that we can do here. Wait. Alright, not like that. Like this. Which one's the part here? Maybe the engine is the part there? I mean, I'm kind of alright with that. This fuel tank should give a much better reaction. 5.14. It's still pretty bad. Pretty bad. try this way. And I think this got us more delts for the parts, right? Are we going to try an unaerodynamically thing? Are you using the in-game or everybody using Kerbal Engineer? I mean, I suppose I should be using the in-game, but that doesn't seem right. Oh, I see why. I see why these are in the wrong place. And then this one needs to also come down here. Like this all goes together. I mean, that doesn't. That doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. It's not right. 1,129 meters per second doesn't. I mean, that is all right. It just doesn't give us the right total because it doesn't know what we're going to do with it, right? It's a bad place to put that. It should be part limit though, right? No, it's not. We can put 3, which of course are going to be the aerodynamics. So that's a lot more fuel, but also this is unstable. Oh yeah. Just been told that the it's because I put it down too far. Hang about. There we go. That one. I must have just seen an engine off of placement and be like, no, that's not right. Okay, is that better? That's much better. It's still 3.5. It's still telling me half of what it was. It reckons the top stage is 1.1. Do they go together, right? That pops. So that tells me 1.1, but Kerbal Engineer tells me 2,000. I think I'm using Kerbal Engineer. Okay, so now what normally happens is that this, when it stages, will kick off and break my craft. Further on, we will totally be down for some Separatrons. But until then, I need to try and balance it upright. So I think that should do it. For the to wait in Delta V, you need to change what altitude you're looking at. What, on the stock side or on Kerbal Engineer? No struts available, so unfortunately. A fundraising mission for the building upgrades probably wouldn't go amiss. Go. Or not. The stock one, it reverts to the worst case of ground level. Let's have a look at how I change that. I'm not sure how I would set that. Nah, just reset my staging. That wasn't what I wanted at all. Oh look, we got a readout for this one this time. 3,500. I don't know. I don't see any way of changing the. Got reset. It's at the bottom. I don't want to click the reset again. No, I'm afraid I must be completely missing it. Unless you, no double clicking there. On the toolbar, one of these. Oh, this Delta V. Aha! Vacuum. Bam. What have we got? Still not great. All the way up to 70. That's a little bit better. That now tells me about what that's got. Okay. Alright, I see how it works now. Thanks, man, thanks. Okay, that's... Alright, yeah, no, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. So the to-weight ratio, definitely something that we need to work on. 0.94. Do we get rid of these? And go for some smaller tanks. 1.08, I mean, it's a climb. What are we at without these at all? 1.27, it's probably better. Saves us 3 parts to play with at some point. I still just don't think it's going to be getting there though. 6,000, I mean, that is on the way to the moon, right? Alright, thanks Callum. Taught me stuff today. You reckon boosters? I was thinking about it on the bottom, but we don't actually have any parts. Unless I rip the stabilization off. Which, you know, that's a plan. Let's not completely cast that idea out. Because man, it does seriously need it. I do agree. We could put 3 solids down the bottom here, like stand it on 3 solids, get it launching, and then fire up the liquids afterwards. Plan anyway. Well, my plan right now is to extend. Look at that, the relay's working. Ah, finally, relays are working. Well, we know that what the problem was now. Look at that, bam. 4 parts, 1 center SRB under the coupler with 2 or 3 SRBs strapped to it. Yeah, it's. We could definitely do a coupler and a solid booster in the middle, and we nearly didn't have to wait for the rocket that we got. Just want to come up and touch this one. Really thought it was going to be a little easier than that. I don't think the fairing, I don't think the drag is causing a big problem right now. I think it's more fuel. And maybe the fact that I'm trying to launch straight up into it. Maybe if I got into orbit first and then I berthed my way up. I would still need that southwest orbit, but... southeast. I don't know why I keep saying southwest. I'm also almost tempted to say I need to go straight south until I'm out of the atmosphere. Come on, come on. I mean, definitely flying the same path that this guy did. Going too far now. Need about 4k total V to get into that orbit with some room to spare. Well, this is what I was thinking. According to the thing, I've got like 6 or 7k. It was definitely 5.5 at least. I was like, bam, yeah, I got this. But no, I don't. And I find that very intriguing. try the O-berth assisted one next. 14, 18, that's... Oh, that's too far out to carry on like that. Let's come up here, add this maneuver back out, and then we'll figure out... Ooh, there's the moon. Alright, maybe not. We'll bring it out to about here. What's that? 2.3. I have no idea how much fuel I've actually got right now. 3.6. That's not going to do it. Okay, let's go for the more horizontal. Let's go for the more horizontal. Definitely southwest still, but southeast. Why do I keep saying southwest? You guys, whenever I say southwest, just replace it with southeast. We want to go like that way. It's too sideways. More upwards. .90, 100 meters per second. This is about the time where it stabilizes up nice, so that should be cool. It'd really be nice to be seeing my orbit right about now. Okay, so that's bringing it over. That's cool. That's cool. Let's try and ease her down a little bit. We're at 29 kilometers. No, we're at 2.9 kilometers low. No, we're not going up quite that fast. And this should give us a nice round one now. Okay, I'm fine with this. We're starting to build up a little bit of aerodynamic noise, but that's fine. Oh, we kind of tipped the wing there, but that's fine. That's going to work, hopefully. Okay, I'm really interested in this number here. I don't want to let it get too far away from what we're actually doing. Something like that, maybe? Off we go to space. Some serious sideways on the go, and that's good. That's what we need. Trying to look at what's going on here. Back out to this number here. Amazing how sensitive this can be to just like tiny little degrees worth of turn left and right. Okay, well, AFWAP's up to 50-ish. Turns out I should have left that on. Alright, we're going to put this at 75 and just kind of kill it. Drift our way on up. Hopefully get a nice easy maneuver in. I mean, ideally we want to do like this, right? We want to get up there with our fastest moving velocity. Something like so. That's still not great, but it's a good placement. It's a good start. We'll be doing most of our inclination changes now from now on up in the upper reaches of what we can do. What is this red line here? Is that fuel I don't have? Maybe I won't be doing that then. Maybe we'll just go into a normal circular orbit and see what happens. Okay, let's just hold it there if we can. Looking pretty good. Just waiting for this to go. Yep, you are up to top. I think we're probably there, to be fair. I just want to get that prograde down to being like close to where we're actually looking. Do it now. Let's do it. Let's get up to orbit. at least up to orbital velocity. Try and make it so we don't fall immediately back into the planet. Feel a little underpowered. Feel a little underpowered. I was totally expecting that launcher, that launcher to have made it up into this point all on its own, you know? That it doesn't is a bit of an understatement, actually. Okay, ascending node, descending node. If I know anything, you want to go up by one of them, so that when you touch it, you're at the perfect point to do both your rearrange and your final circularization burn in one go. Your inclination burn, sorry. And your altitude change in one go. I think this looks alright. It's pretty close. A little bit earlier in the orbit, maybe. Just like, it's too far. There. Alright, I'll take that as a perfect. It's close enough. It's close enough. 866 meters per second. I reckon we've got 1400. Okay. Let's see how that one works out for us. More importantly, let's see if we've got comms network when we get round there. Have we done this before? Before we lose... Yeah, look at this. We've done this before this guy, ComSat level 2, crashes back down. That's pretty cool. Let's warp to the next maneuver node. Like to see what happens. Suddenly all the little things that I've tried to do in the past are now like, yep, we can definitely do what you wanted us to now. I was like, cheers, thanks. I suppose that's cool. You're reckoning it's the aerodynamics. I mean, it's totally pointy. It's totally pointy. Yeah, no, I get you. Start burning 40 seconds. Let's put that over something that's a little bit easier to read then. Green on green, not the best. In a Kerbal cities. 3, 2, 1, go! What are the names of the major Kerbal gangs? I should imagine the Krakens are a gang. Maybe Exhaust Boys. Oh no, we need more. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I will take that. And hopefully now we can straight... Oh, I should never do that just like that. You want to do that. And then... So as you play with periaps and apoaps and inclination and such things, tend to drift in ways you didn't intend to, so you've got to be careful about that. Also, wow, look at this. Okay, apoaps there, periaps here. Dive correction. Oh man, that's closer. 379. Let's have a look. Okay, we seem to be doing it in half our things each time. You need a better launchpad and VAB. Launchpad and VAB are pretty close actually. The Green Goopers, the Engineers. Green Goopers, what a great name. The Engineers, I like that. I like that. Do you reckon there'll be like a locks group? The Minmus Minty Boys. You'll have people named after like the fuel sources and stuff. You'll have the Locks lads or something like that. I don't think Kerbal's used the term lad. Okay, this one kind of works as a relay. This one definitely works as a relay. Unfortunately, we're gonna switch. Aha. Where is it? We can finally get to use it. Kerbal alarm clock. We go add alarm. ComSat 2 add alarm. Beautiful. One day. What I want to do is switch to you. Cooper's come out to play. I don't have any milk bowls, I'm afraid. Man, I've not seen the Warriors in time. Movie when it came out, really. Which is, I know sounds crazy, but it was like, you know, kind of based before itself, you know. Okay, we're just gonna watch Kerbin spin underneath us. So have you guys heard that they're gonna do the skybox up for the next update? Which is great. I'm loving it. Thankfully, they're going to keep all the stars and galaxies and stuff in the same placements. So that's also good. I'm also all about that. Warriors is crazy. Warriors is a pretty crazy film. It's true. It's true. It's just gonna hurt. It is. It's gonna hurt a lot. I'm surprised I haven't like got better texture. Hang on, let's slow this down. See if this will texture up for us. We want to look this way now. All the different gangs that keep to their super strict to their gimmick is some Necromunda type stuff. Yeah. Wow, what is that? Suddenly my boiler seems to have turned on and made a lot of noise. Not sure what that's about. Go engine, blow up engine, blow up engine, blow up. I never blow up engines. Go on, do it. Yes. Again, dekeslering. Whoop whoop. That's what we want. Okay, you over here. No. Close. You over there. No. All right, fine. Be like that. We'll go to the tracking station. I don't care. So somewhere in this pack of stuff I've put together, we got some solar cells. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. I was like, what? Don't do that. He definitely blew up. Let's watch him. Kessler's Raiders sounds like a great idea. Name. Hey, Random Cow 48, how you doing? You've turned up just for the last moments of the stream. I say the last moments. We're going to figure out where this guy goes first. But look at this. Nice. Seem to be falling quite slow, but that's all right. We can live with that. Let's actually times the speed up. This looks like a good place for a rocket base. So does that. So does that. We are definitely like super floaty right now. How heavy is this without... Let's go to the map. Let's go to the information button. We are 0.06 tons. We're into the regime where the aerodynamics gets a little bit weird. So, Random Cow 48, we were just talking about the different Kerbal gangs that might exist. Got any names so far? The best ones we've had we've got like Minty Boys, the Green Goopers, Engineers, Delta V. Kessler's Raiders definitely sound like the best one we've had so far, to be fair. If anybody comes up with a better name than that, Kessler's Raiders, that's great. I think we got a small story to tell about like the different gangs that inhabit Kerbin. You got your low orbiters and your Mun Boys and yeah. 34 meters per second movement. You don't do creative stuff. Fair enough. The Jebediahs. Sounds like a bit more of a cult than a gang. Hey Jackson, how's it going? We're currently talking about Kerbal gangs and their possible names. Kerbal gang. Get you anywhere near? He's got some time to go. Let's do it. Eccentric inclination. Even the eccentrics would do, right? The tunnel champs. Sounds familiar. I'm not quite sure where I've heard it from before. Okay, let's do this. Warp to next maneuver node. Hopefully we've still got connection. I mean, Kerbin is turning underneath us as we come up here. Oh, please don't disappear just as I get in the right spot. That happens far too often. Oh, no. Come on, Kerbin. Come on, Kerbin. Come on, Kerbin. There we go. And over this way. Can we please slow down enough now? Delete that, please. Yeah, delete that. Replace maneuver nodes. This one's okay. Close that alarm. Okay, this is good. It was just telling me that everything is ready to go. I had the Kerbal alarm clock open just to make sure that I didn't miss it. This is stuff that happens quite often to me, so it's good to have the more boosters. Yeah, the booster gang. Hey Zed, how you doing, buddy? You've turned up just to witness the end. Okay, we've got a periaps over there. It's not going to be enough for it to actually buy us being in the right spot, but it's going to be close enough for a little while. Add this maneuver. Push it out. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Something like this. I mean, we literally need to be within like 8%, right? That's how it works. If we get close enough, it's good enough, yeah? Warp to next maneuver. We got 23.7 delts to do this. We got exactly 10 times the amount we need. Nice. Valentina's ballerinas. Oh, dude, the rhyming. I love that. I love that. There's the moon. Oh, are you kidding me? This is exactly why we're putting you here, so stuff like this doesn't happen. Ah, it's there. It's right there. I can see it. Well, I guess what we're gonna do is just wait an orbit. I don't really want to wait an orbit. That's what we're gonna do anyway, though. Oh no, we're not too far out, are we? I mean, that would be hilarious. Okay, so now that we've got connection, if I can slow down time all the way, I want to move that on one orbit. And then that should be fine to then go, hey, warp to next maneuver. How long does it take me to be up here? Days. Look at this, days. Well, at least we're letting the people that want the manly gang check your staging. Oh, are we in like some sort of semi... No. Is that... We are in some sort of semi-synchronous orbit, aren't we? Oh, that... I'm not impressed. Well, I mean, like, I'm impressed that I've managed to be so precise in how I'm going to mess this up. Who'd have thought? Anybody would have thought that I'd messed it up. Oh, that's why we're control locked. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with that. Look at that. Yeah, I reckon we're probably next go round. Hopefully. You're amazed by my achievement. Thanks, man. Thanks. I'm constantly amazed by what I do. Come on, come on. Let's have a connection just as we're swinging by. We've got to be semi-synchronous or something. I mean, the obvious answer is to throw up another one off the, like, weird degrees or whatever. How? Okay, so let's try this a different way. No, control locked. Alright, thanks. We're going to try and mess around with the periapts if we can to get us arriving at a different time. Should totally have planned this out beforehand, but it was a pretty difficult thing to do. When you're control locked. Is that... No, 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 no. No, no, come on. Do what I wanted you to do. Something like this. Let's do this. 10 meters per second. Okay, let's try that. Just ease our way around to the retrograde marker. I want to keep it all exactly the same. Just bring us in a little bit. Just a little bit. Kerman and the Kermans. Nah. Not so sold on that one, mate. Let's try that. Hmm? Oh no. Oh no. We've got a man encounter. What I wanted. That to say that's not what I wanted is an understatement. Oh, look at this. Somewhere in there, maybe there's a nice orbit. We're dealing with a lot more doubts than I meant to. I mean, that puts me apoapsly at the rights. Oh. Oh, that's tough. Tough. That's tough. Alright, if that's the way it's going to be, what we're going to do is we're going to stick ourselves into a smaller orbit using the power of the moon. At which point I will have to end. But we're then going to use this orbit here to power the next one. Or do we just let the moon deal with it and see what happens? Can I clear that? So if I put this here... Yeah, before I even touch anything, we're like lost to deep space. How do I stop that? I've got to bring us in. is legit the only thing I can do. Ah, that's galling. That is galling. And I don't mean like the French. Because, you know, gall, lol. Look at that trajectory. Well, we can do what we can do. Let's slam it into its place. If we're lucky, this will provide good comms to everything else we're doing, right? Man, I can't believe that took a week just to do that. Yeah, but I literally can't, dude. I literally can't. I can't put the predicted orbit in the right place because of the patched connexes like mucking me about. I have no idea how to put that at the right spot. Every time we got up here, we were like messed with, right? Is it there? Is it there? Do we think that's it? I've done a quick save. I'm going to go around because we're at the right inclination. So let's try and do it. Come on, let me get there. Because this would literally be the last thing anyway. I don't know how to turn patched conics off. I don't know if I can. Pixel light. Draw mode. Relative light. Oh, cool. No, I don't want any of those. Dynamic. Nice. I was trying to just like line these lines up. This is going to be in an orbit that's like easy saved, right? I say easy saved. It's kind of there, like that. We're going to leave that like that. When we come back, and I really would like to try and fit another actual stream in just to do this, because I'm really feeling this. It's just that these stream times are the only times I've got to play. I love Kerbal. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I think it's a great game. Great game. When does... Hey, I only scrolled down there. Why did you... I'm trying to find out when the deadline is for... Doesn't appear to be any deadline. Alright. Sweet. To join you for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time, where, like I say, we're gonna slam that one up into place, and hopefully that will then be a better comms network. We'll have everything. I should have used the orbit of the moon to kind of like sling my inclination around, and we could have like different points of view and stuff like that. But that's the way it's gonna have to be. Yeah, I'd really like to cram some more in so I can start like getting through this career mode, because I'm super hyped for it, as I say. Yeah, I'll see you then when we're gonna do all of that. Bye. lost my OBS.